Hi, welcome to the Pregnancy Show, everybody. I'm Melanie Raposo. Now, if you're in the process of choosing a name for your baby, you probably have a lot of these baby name books lying around. Well, I have to tell you, I've been going through some of these books and there are just way too many names to choose from. I think you'll agree that being the busy parents that you are, you don't have time for this. At the Pregnancy Show, we're about simplifying your lives as parents. So I did some research last night and put together a list of the top 10 baby names of 2007 for boys and girls, and gathered some tips from the experts on how to pick the perfect name for your baby. And does the meaning of your baby's name reflect its personality? Well, let's find out. Counting down the boys' names, at number 10 is Joseph. Joseph means God will increase. And some famous Josephs include Joe Pesci, Joe DiMaggio, and Joseph Ratzinger, the current Pope. Now, number 9 on our list is the always popular Christopher, which means bearer of Christ. Some famous Christophers include Chris Rock, Ashton Kutcher, who is actually Christopher Ashton Kutcher, and Christopher Columbus. Now, when choosing your baby's name, you also want to take into consideration the last name. You want to choose a first name that goes good with the last name, to avoid names like Julia Gulia and Robin Banks. And for longer last names, choose short first names, and vice versa.
So they should be happy names and, positive names. They have a good effect. The first thing was that we had to have a good meaning, so that the meaning affects the personality of the child. And we came up with her name. We browsed through a lot of internet-based name directories, and we came up with this name, and it's called Shaznur, and it means rare and exceptional light.
And number 8 on our list is Anthony, which means priceless and flourishing. And I guess that name is suitable for these famous Anthonys whose careers have flourished over the years, such as Anthony Hopkins, Anthony Edwards, and Mark Anthony. Now this next name, I'm sure we've all had at least one friend with this one. At number 7 is Daniel. Daniel means God is my judge, and some famous Daniels include Daniel Craig, Danny DeVito, and Daniel Radcliffe.
When he was born, I looked at him and his hair was fair, not like right now. So I thought Leo, like a lion, like lion's mane.
Number 6 on our list is Andrew, which means manly, warrior, and courageous. Some famous Andrews include Andrew Lloyd Webber and Andrew Jackson, the 7th President of the United States. Taking the number 5 spot is Ethan, meaning firm and strong. And some famous Ethans include Ethan Embry, Ethan Hawke, and Ethan Cohen.
My first son's name is Ethan, and I guess like most parents, we got half a dozen names and we tried to decide which one was the best. And so I just started looking up the name Ethan on the internet, and I came up with, I guess, Ethan Allen. I found out Ethan Allen was an interesting person historically, so I thought that would be a good name for my son.
The next name on our list is a popular biblical name. At number 4 is Matthew, meaning gift from God. And these next famous hotties are definitely a gift from God, including Matthew McConaughey, Matt Damon, and Matthew Perry. If you can't decide between 2 names, do what most parents are doing nowadays and combine them. For example, if you like the name Neil and Liam, put them together and you get Neum. Now, number 3 on our list is Joshua, meaning a savior and deliverer. Some famous Joshuas include Joshua Jackson, Josh Hartnett, and Josh Duhamel.
Well, her name is Titina, and with her I came up, it was in my dream actually. My husband never believed it, but it was. I never heard of that name before. And Emin, it was a nickname for my, how would you call that? My husband's brother. It was his nickname. So both of the names, they don't pretty much exist.
When choosing a name for your baby, keep in mind that your baby is going to grow up and the name you choose is going to be stuck with them forever. So picking a name like Apple may be cute now when they're a baby, but when they're an adult and a CEO of a major corporation, Apple just doesn't sound very professional.
My son Nicholas was named after his mom, Nikki. And yeah, that's how we came up with the name.
There was a prisoner in Russia, and his wife's name was Avital. And he, what did he do? Oh, and she fought to get him out. and at the end she got him out, so lots of parents named their children Avital.
As we near the end of our countdown, at number 2 is Michael, meaning who is like God, and some famous Michaels include Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, and Michael J. Fox.
I named my children after my parents that had passed away. You know, it's an honor to do that.
If it's important for you to use the name of a loved one, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure the name is suitable for your child. If it's simply not a good one, think about using a middle name instead. Well, we've reached the end of our countdown. At number 1, without further ado, the number 1 boy's name of 2007 is?
Jacob.
Yes, Jacob is the number 1 name of 2007, and it means to succeed, and it has been the number 1 boy's name for nearly a decade. Now, if you're looking for more great boys' names and more baby naming tips, be sure to visit our website and also check out the top 10 girls' names of 2007 at thepregnancy.show.com.